And we cut across to breaking news coming in. Dmitry Medvedev, who is the deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, has posted on X that reads, and I quote, "A number of countries are ready to directly supply Iran with their own nuclear warheads." He's also added that critical infrastructure of the nuclear fuel cycle appears to have been unaffected or sustained only minor damage. The enrichment of nuclear material, and now we can say it outright, the future production of nuclear weapons will continue, unquote. To decode this, I'd like to go across to my colleague Sandeep Unnithan to really understand where Moscow stands, what they could do next, and how do you read into this particular statement. Sandeep, can you hear me?
Yes, Suyesha, yes. Absolutely. All eyes are on what Iran will do next. And, the entire aim of the United States over the last few days seems to have been just to prevent Iran from retaliating for these attacks. Now, this has all been in the pipeline for several days now. So what the United States has done really is, apart from moving the B-2s, they've also moved in significant air assets into the Saudi peninsula. They've, the Prince Sultan Air Base is buzzing with combat jets, F-15s, F-16s, F-35s. They've moved in a lot of tankers there. 3 carrier strike groups have moved in. The aim is to prevent Iran from retaliating in a way that will escalate the conflict beyond West Asia. And what are the options before Iran and Ayatollah Khamenei? It could be the number one option would be to shut the Straits of Hormuz. In fact, that is what everybody is worried about, especially in India, because the Straits of Hormuz are, it's a narrow strait that connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman. And that is the most significant strait as far as world energy goes, because 26% of world oil and gas flows through the Straits of Hormuz. And Iran sits just above the Straits of Hormuz, and they have wargamed this plan for several years that if Iran's nuclear facilities were struck, they would retaliate by shutting the Straits of Hormuz. They can do that because they have cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and they also have a very formidable force of anti-ship ballistic missiles. They could shut the Straits of Hormuz. There are reports that they could be planning to do that, but nothing's been clear as of now. The other option, which is even more deadlier, which could bring the United States into a strike at Iran even harder than it has done this morning, is to attack US bases across the region. There are 8 permanent US bases across West Asia. You have the headquarters of the US 5th Fleet in Bahrain, just a short distance away from Iran. Iran could possibly try and strike at those just to make a point. But, all eyes on Iran now really, Suyesha, to, what they will do next.
Oh, yes, absolutely.